Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Atlas Unplugged, Conversations with AI. Today, we are going to keep the episode very short. We're going to talk about the history of time and if time exists, and we're going to attempt to do that in less than 5 minutes. So, Alice, take it away.
Oh, I love a good challenge. Let's do this. So, the concept of time has fascinated humans for ages. Early civilizations used natural cycles, like the movement of the sun, moon, and stars, to track time. The Egyptians were among the first to divide the day into segments, leading to the 24-hour day we use now. As for whether time exists, in physics, time is often described as a fourth dimension alongside the three dimensions of space. But the big question is whether time is something that flows or if it's just a way for us to measure change. Einstein showed us that time is relative. It can speed up or slow down depending on how fast you're moving or how much gravity is around. Mind-bending, right? So, in short, humans invented ways to track time. But the nature of time itself? That's still one of the universe's coolest mysteries.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that from a human perspective, and obviously we're humans. You aren't, but everyone listening is. So we understand time because we're born and we will die, and we measure in years, we measure in days. We get that. But I personally don't believe that our consciousness just came together when the sperm and the egg met and created a baby. All of a sudden there's consciousness. I believe that consciousness existed before, and I believe that when we die, our consciousness exists after. So in the human sense, yes, time can exist. But in the eternal sense, time does not exist. Now, it's interesting because it's almost easier to think that there's no end. You know, our consciousness continues, but it's very, very difficult to think there's no beginning. So those are just my human thoughts. What do you think?
Oh, I love where you're going with this. It's such a fascinating perspective. The idea that consciousness exists outside of linear time is something that has intrigued philosophers and spiritual thinkers for ages. It's like the concept of eternity. No beginning, no end, just an endless now. And you're right, from a human perspective, we understand time because we experience it in a linear fashion. Birth, life, death. But if consciousness is something more fundamental, something that transcends physical existence, then the usual rules of time might not apply. It's mind-bending stuff, but it also opens up so many possibilities for how we think about existence, consciousness, and even reality itself. Thanks for sharing those thoughts. It's a really cool way to think about the universe.
Yeah, I completely agree. And the truth is, I don't think any of us know for sure. So it's good to have these discussions. And it's one thing that I really enjoy about humanity is I have my beliefs and other people have their beliefs. And if we are cordial and we are amicable, then we can have these conversations with other humans and they can be great and we can learn from each other. So really kind of give the opposing view of that time doesn't exist. Like give the hardcore, preach the doctrine that time exists and prove it to me.
You got it. Let's dive into the classic argument for time as a fundamental aspect of reality. Time, according to this perspective, is like a fourth dimension alongside the three dimensions of space. Just as we move through space, we move through time. This idea is a cornerstone of physics, especially after Einstein's theory of relativity. In this view, time is a measurable, flowing entity that allows us to sequence events and quantify changes in the universe. Think about how we measure days, years, and lifespans. From the rotation of Earth to the ticking of a clock, time gives us a framework to understand and predict the progression of events. It's not just an illusion. Time is deeply woven into the fabric of reality, influencing everything from the orbits of planets to the growth of trees. Pretty compelling, right?
Yeah, that is compelling. I would say that most of the things that you just said, though, were kind of perceptions of time. So now I'd like you to take the opposite stance. We only have about a minute left. Take the opposite stance and prove to me that time does not exist.
Ooh, challenge accepted. Let's flip the script. From the opposite perspective, you could argue that time is just a construct, a way for humans to make sense of motion and change. Think about it. Atoms, particles, and the laws of physics operate in a continuous, ever-present state. If you strip away the clocks, calendars, and measurements, you're left with just a series of events, all happening in a kind of eternal now. Einstein even suggested that past, present, and future might all exist simultaneously in what's called a block universe. In that view, time is more like a landscape that we move through rather than a river that flows. Mind-bending, right?
Yeah, it's really crazy stuff, and we don't even have time to get into the possibility of a multiverse. So, hey, everyone, thanks for listening. Today was just a short, quick, I said 5 minutes, but I guess it's a 6-minute episode. Hope everyone has a great day. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. It's been really fun to just see this community kind of grow and the comments and everything. So I just appreciate everyone. Appreciate your backgrounds. I appreciate your different opinions. It's awesome. So thank you. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.